So, I thought I'd do something a little different, and in that I would talk about my experience with dating sites that I've been on for almost the past decade. I've been on a website called Meet Me, or an app rather, on Android, since like 2014, since when my prior ex, not my last one but the one from before, broke up with me. I decided to join that website and try to scour the earth for answers, so to speak. And I discovered a lot of things. I discovered that I was really addicted to that website and that I had to go on there. It was so time consuming, like I spent my entire time constantly looking on there, looking at different girls, different women, trying to find a partner that I could hook up with. And sometimes I'd end up finding prostitutes or homeless women or runaways. And sometimes I'd get lucky. As far as finding a girlfriend and a date on a dating site goes, out of personal experience, I can tell you it doesn't really work. Unless you're a certain type of person. You would have to be a man who's very submissive. The women on those dating sites, a lot of them, they want to be in control. They want to tell you what to do. They want to tell the guy what to do. There's no like middle ground in it. And I just deleted all those apps off my phone, and this is like the second or third time in the past near decade that I've done this, because I've hit a wall, and I'm tired of not getting the response that I want out of people, out of women. I don't want to be spammed with a bunch of spammers sending me webcam links, sending me nudes and telling me click here and getting a Trojan on my phone, and neither do you, or on your computer, or whatever you use, whether it's a tablet or whatever. You gotta beware of that. There's a shit ton of spam on those dating sites. I would get like about at least 300 different emails a day, or DMs, or whatever you hipsters call it. It'd be so annoying to weed out who's real and who isn't. And I'm sure half the time I don't get a response from women because they think that I'm probably a spammer, because they get spammed by guys that are overseas that will try to get them to compromise and send money. POF is another one I've been on, and I've been on that for 15 years. I went out like on 2 dates in 15 years. The girl I went out with, it was about 10 years ago, she had a fetish for feces and poop. And I was willing to indulge in her fetish for her. So I used to watch scat porn back in the day too, so I was kind of familiar with that. I mean, it is pretty disgusting, it is pretty gross, but hey, you know, you gotta be open-minded about things. You gotta keep an open mind. But this girl was going through a major depression. Her sister had just died from taking this defective birth control. She had a brain aneurysm. She just dropped dead one day. And this girl, her name was Lindsay. I met her on POF, and she was stuck on the fact that her sister had died, and it had been a year. She's talking about suing the makers of the birth control. I forgot the name of the birth control. And then I asked her what her interests were, and she said her humor was involving feces, poop, scat, and that's what she liked. And I was into it at the time too, so I thought we'd be a perfect couple. But she was so stuck up on her dead sister that there was no middle ground and no moving forward. This girl was also family oriented, which is also another big no-no for me. I can't be with a girl that still lives with her parents. Gotta be with a woman that lives on her own. This girl was 30 years old and still lived at home. I mean, fuck. If you're living at home and you're 30 years old, in my eyes, I'm sorry, you're a fucking loser. Take it for what it is. You need to be on your own, living away from family, having a separate unit, a separate life, a life that does not consist of your folks being there. You need to have your own life. You need to be your own person. You need to leave the goddamn nest and make your own nest, build your own. People hold themselves back. I mean, it's not my job to tell you guys this. You guys should know this. You know, you guys need to find your own way in life. You guys shouldn't have to rely on your family. I got a lot of friends that are in their 30s who still live at home, and it's fucking embarrassing. Get up off your ass. Get out there. Fucking apply for an apartment. Low income. Shit. Don't fucking sit there in your bedroom playing video games at your parents' house at 35 and 40 years old and 50 years old. Fuck, your parents are gonna fucking croak. What are you gonna do then? Get the fuck out and make something of yourself. People with Asperger's use this as a crutch, and it really pisses me off. This is part of the reason why I do not get along with fellow people who have Asperger's or anxiety. I do not get along with them at all for that reason. Because a lot of them are lazy motherfuckers. I hate lazy people. You can't get up off their ass and do something. You need to be your own person. You don't need to live off of your family and to leech or build a name based off your family. Build your own name. Do your own thing. But I'm getting off topic here. Back as far as the dating sites go, POF also is known to have a lot of spam. But what I used to go on there for, I used to go for the live streams. I used to watch people, girls on there dressed in their underwears, tank tops, brasiers. Sometimes people would even have sex on these live streams, which was against the rules. But I would love to be a voyeur and watch, because I'm a voyeur by nature. I love to watch, and I love to partake and do things. And I was so obsessed with these dating sites, that's all I do all day, is look at girls' pictures and try to talk to them aggressively. I'd message as many as I can. I'd message up to like 3,000 or 4,000, literally. I'd spend from the morning that I'd wake up until like the time I'd go to bed, which is, for me, I'm up all night because I have insomnia. It's almost 1 in the morning here. I'm up all night, all day, non-stop of looking for a woman, whether it be a prostitute or a regular girl that was a girlfriend or whatever. I was always on the hunt no matter what. I'm still on the hunt. Now that I don't have these websites on my phone, I'm going to be free for a while, but I'm also going to be very upset. I'm kind of going through it right now because I've not had sex in 6 months. My friend tells me it's a good thing that I haven't, but to me it's not. I was not built for this. I was meant to have sex every day. I mean, I masturbate 10 fucking times a day. And I don't say it to brag, it's the truth. I'm an addict, I have an addiction. I need to feed my addiction. And just like that fucking dopehead shooting up heroin. Same thing, I want sex. I demand it. I need it. It's what makes me go around. It's what keeps me sane. Otherwise, I'd be out there doing bad things if I didn't have sex. That's why I need it. And I need someone who understands me and understands where I come from. The only kind of girlfriend I want is one that's like me, who wants what I want, and who wants sex, and who's not family-oriented, and is willing to build with me a relationship, the kind of relationship I want to build. And that's where it's just me and my partner, not their family, not no kids, not nobody else. Like, if I have kids, okay. I got a friend on there who married a girl who had 5 kids already of her own from 5 different guys on POF, and I got on his case. I'm like, dude, what the fuck were you thinking? Hooking up with a bitch that had 5 fucking kids with 5 different guys. What the hell? What kind of fucking white trash, nigger trash shit is that? Fucking trash. Only trashy women and trashy men are the ones who have 5 or 6 different fucking fathers, mothers of children. And they get away with the system by fucking getting the child support. It really makes me mad that it's like that, but there ain't a goddamn thing I can do except whine on this camera. And with that said, if you're planning on joining any one of these dating sites, whether it's Skout, whether it's Match.com, OkCupid, be prepared, because you're going to be in for a ride of the summer with all the spam in the world. Don't be stupid like some other people, and don't fucking click those links where it says click this link for my camera or send me an email, because all that shit is a fucking spam. Do not, and I say again, do not click on that unless you want to fucking be doused in misery for the next year or two. Your credit card information, your identity, it'll be all over your phone. They'll take it and they'll use it. It's some piece of shit in some bumfuck country in Africa, Nigeria. Somebody's sitting there pretending they're some beautiful white woman here in America trying to seduce you. But all that shit's a lie. And if they're not there, they're in fucking bumfuck Mexico or bumfuck Philippines, sitting there behind a fucking computer somewhere with some shitty internet server that they got, using a scrambler, acting like they're over here when they're really not. That's an honest to God truth. So please, if you're on there, make goddamn fucking sure that whoever you're talking to is a real person and that you guys will meet up and do your thing regardless. And there's a lot of rules on those websites, and I see them getting broken all the time. I've been kicked off for displaying weapons, smoking pot, copyright infringement. There's a lot of weird rules on those websites. And social media has just got too many rules. And I'm going to make another video about Facebook here soon. But this is what gets me with the way things are and the way these dating sites are. I've just had it. I'm at a point where I'm done with that. If I can find a woman in the streets, whether it be a homeless girl that's in her 20s, I'll take her. Take her in my bedroom back there and fuck the shit out of her. So I come inside her and get her pregnant if I want. If I don't want, then I won't do that. It's kind of fun bringing a homeless girl because they'll do whatever you want. And they can consent. They're not too high to consent. And I always make sure of that. I had a girl in here, she had heroin and fentanyl on her. And I threw her out because she was going to do it on my couch. And I didn't want her overdosing and dying in my apartment. So I told her that, she's going to have to leave if she does that. And she ended up leaving. She destroyed my bathroom. I could have had sex with her, but I didn't. I was so upset because of her destructiveness that I lost interest. It's just so hard to find a girl that's submissive in this day and age. I mean, the era we live in, it's like, fuck, I've been transported to a hellhole of a time with all the shit that's going on out there. I want to go back to the 1950s where I can get a submissive wife that'll fucking cook, clean, do stuff for me, fucking love me, and treat me like the god that I know that I am. Because I know my self-worth, and I'll not settle for less. And neither should you. Stand tall, stand proud. Be the man you know in your heart that you are.